Hi people, it's me, Anja. My pronouns are she and her, and welcome back to my channel for my September TBR. September historically is usually a very fruitful reading month, so I really hope that this month does not disappoint. So without any further ado, the first book on this list is called The Spirit Glass. This story is a middle-grade fantasy that deals with grief and Filipino culture, and it's written by the same author of the Gilded Wolves trilogy, as well as the Roshani Quintet series that I've absolutely loved in the past. So naturally, I have very, very high expectations for this book. It sounds like it's going to be absolutely so amazing and so well done. I have no idea what to expect from the plot or anything like that, but the fact alone that it's a middle-grade fantasy Filipino story and it navigates grief, like, that's all I need to know. Also, like, the author's reputation, like I mentioned, precedes her, and like, I'm so excited to read this book. It sounds like it's going to be absolutely so amazing and so well done. So anyway, with all that said, this book comes out September 5th, and I'm so excited to read it. The next book on this list is called Serwa Boateng's Guide to Witchcraft and Mayhem, and this book is a middle-grade urban fantasy sequel inspired by Ghanaian culture, and it also comes out September 12th, which means that September 12th, I'm going to be booked and busy. This story sounds like it's going to be absolutely so amazing and so well done. I know that typically I don't have sequels on my TBRs because sometimes sequels are just so disappointing and so mid. But I have really, really high expectations for this book because the first book was absolutely so iconic and so amazing and just so well done. I remember just loving, like, the world building, the characters, the friendships, the plot, the family dynamics, like, everything about it made so much sense, and I'm so excited to see what will happen next because I have truly no idea. Like, I'm so excited to read it. I think I talked about this book in my mid-year check-in reading book tag, but I'm not completely sure, so I'm apologizing in advance in case I did, if my review is very redundant. But anyway, the point is, I'm so excited to read this book. Again, like I said, it comes out September 12th, and I'm really looking forward to it. The next book on this list is called The Otherwoods. This book also comes out September 12th, and I'm absolutely so excited to read it. It's a middle-grade queer urban fantasy following, I believe, a non-binary character who must venture into the other woods to save their crush. However, nobody ventures into the other woods, so that's not exactly encouraged, if that makes any sense. I'm so excited to read this book because it sounds like it's going to be absolutely so amazing and so well done. All I needed to know before I saw the stunning, gorgeous cover and before I stumbled upon the synopsis is that it's written by the same author who previously debuted this year with Bianca Tolle is Afraid of Everything, which I absolutely loved so much when I read it earlier this year. So naturally, I'm so excited to read their middle grade debut. This book sounds like it's going to be so amazing and so well done, and I'm so excited to read another queer, like, urban fantasy middle grade story. So anyway, with all that said, I'm really, really excited to read this book, and I hope that you are too. The next book on this list also comes out September 12th, which means that week I'm going to be booked and busy. So that book is called Bakshi and the Gingerbread Sisters. This book is a middle-grade Indian fantasy retelling of Hansel and Gretel, and I'm absolutely so excited to read it because that combination sounds like it's going to be absolutely so amazing and so well done. I don't think I've ever read before a fantasy retelling of Hansel and Gretel before in my life, which means that this concept will be absolutely so new and refreshing to me. Also, like, I don't remember the last time that I've read a South Asian fantasy, much less an Asian fantasy at all, just because recently the fantasy books that I have been reading have been disappointing me because, as I've mentioned previously, I've been kind of low-key growing out of fantasy, but not middle grade fantasy. Anyway, I digress. The point is, I'm so excited to read this book, and it sounds like it's going to be absolutely so amazing and so well done, and I have no idea what to expect. So with that said, I'm really, really looking forward to it. The next book on this list is called The Bolo or Boyfriend Club. This book is a YA contemporary that comes out September 14th, and it follows a young transgender main character who's trying to prove himself, and he's trying to prove that he's one of the guys. I'm so excited to read this book because usually, whenever I do my monthly TBR videos, I always talk about books that no one's ever heard of for the majority of the videos, and then talk about a few books that everyone's heard of. And in this case, that's this book, because I've heard nothing but great, amazing things about this book, especially from other transgender authors such as Aiden Thomas. And if Aiden Thomas loves the book, then naturally I'm going to love it too. You know what I mean? Like, this book sounds like it's going to be so amazing and so well done, not just for the queer representation, but also the whole story and the concept alone. Although I don't quite remember the details of the synopsis, just sounds like it's going to be so amazing and so well done. So anyway, with all that said, I'm really, really excited for this book, so keep your eyes peeled for September 14th. The next book on this list is called A Study in Drowning. This book comes out September 19th, and it's a YA gothic fantasy following a young main character who's investigating an author's house. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the details of the synopsis really means, but all I need to know personally is that my friend Robin loves this book, and she loved it absolutely so much. And again, I will link her blog in the description box below, and she's usually a huge fan of these like gothic, dark academia books, and I love her reviews so much. So when she hyped up this book literally so much, it really amplified my expectations for it, and I hope that my excitement for this book will also amplify your expectations, if that makes any sense. But basically, I'm so excited to read this book. I haven't read anything before by this author, and I believe that this is their young adult debut, so I'm so excited to see what will happen in this book, and I'm so excited to read it. So with all that said, I would definitely highly look forward to this book too. The last book on this list, and hopefully not the least, is called This Dark Descent. This story is a YA fantasy steeped in Jewish folklore, and it's marketed as like Peaky Blinders meets the Scorpio races, which actually means nothing to me because I've never seen Peaky Blinders, nor have I read the Scorpio races, but I'm so excited to read this book, and it comes out September 26th. And what I need to know is that I trust this author so much. I love her books historically. The Stormcloak duology was absolutely so amazing and so incredible. I've been looking forward to this book for so long, literally since they announced it. I'm so excited to read this book because it sounds like it's going to be absolutely so amazing and so well done. I also believe that this book has an element of queerness in it, although I'm not completely sure on that. But anyway, regardless, I'm so excited to read this book, and it sounds like it's going to be absolutely so amazing and so well done. So like I mentioned, this book comes out September 26th, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. So in conclusion, I hope that September is a really, really good reading month, and I really, really hope that all of my high expectations for all of these books are met. So in conclusion, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below the panda emoji if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!